My name is Alex. Thanks for joining us. This is Sanctuary Chapel. We are getting ready for the launch of our public ministry here in Canberra. A cafe-style church in Canberra in southern Canberra. We would love you to come no matter where you happen to be. And why don't you join us for Easter Sunday? What a day this is. You know, I think about the cross, and I think as we've been walking towards the cross at the beginning of Holy Week, back on Palm Sunday. And as we think about Jesus' death on that awful cross on Good Friday, we think about the time we spent quietly, solemnly on Holy Saturday as we remember the death of Jesus. And we get to this point where, the point in history where nothing can ever be the same again. Everything changes. If God indeed raises Jesus, if he raises his son Jesus from that tomb, if that tomb is empty, if the Son of God is indeed vindicated, if it is true that Jesus is who he claimed to be, then nothing can ever be the same again. Nothing can ever be the same again for you. It can never be the same again for me. It has never been the same again for the whole of history. History pivots on this very point. And here we are today on Easter Sunday, the day where we remember that change, where indeed God is risen from the dead, that when the women in their mourning go to the tomb expecting to find Jesus' body and prepare him indeed for burial, instead they are confronted with an empty tomb, a tomb that is empty, and indeed face to face with the risen Jesus. This is the good news. This is the good news that we talked about on Good Friday when we are there with Jesus dying on that awful cross. And it's hard to see that there is good news coming. And yet today, when that cross is vindicated, when that tomb is empty, when Jesus is risen, when death has been defeated, has been conquered, that death itself is dead, that is the good news. That God came to die in our place on that cross, to pay the penalty for the sin that we all have, each and every one of us, throughout the whole of human history. That we can't pay the debt, the weight of debt for our own sin. And yet here God comes to save us, to release us from that burden, and to bring us back into relationship with him. That is the good news. That's why we celebrate Easter Sunday. It's the triumph of God over death. It's the triumph and the hope that we have in the life to come. It's the triumph and the hope that we have, not because of anything we've done or could do, but because Jesus has indeed won the victory over death itself. And that you and I can be a part of that just by putting our faith and our trust in him. That's what Easter Sunday is. And I'd love you to join us as we celebrate the risen Jesus on Easter Sunday, which this year is the 4th of April. We are celebrating live and in person at Sanctuary Chapel at 6 p.m. in Canberra at our new home. All the details are on this page. We would love you to join us as we kick off our public ministry. If you're interested in coming to church, perhaps for the first time, have you ever thought of church as being in a cafe? Well, neither had I, quite frankly, but that's where we're going to be. No one had ever even thought of church as being an online thing. In it, that's what it's become to some degree. And yet, as people, as humans, created in the very image of God, we are built for community. We are built to be together. We are made for connection, person to person, one-on-one, face-to-face interaction. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We'd love you to join us. We are a Bible-believing new expression of the Christian church. We are new as a community. We are biblical and putting ourselves, submitting to the authority, the historical authority of the church, of the Nicene Creed, of the Apostles' Creed, of a very standard, orthodox, historical and biblical Christianity. If you're interested in coming along or you've got questions, we'd love to hear from you. And you can reach out directly through this page, through the email, leave us a comment. We'd love to see you this Easter as we begin our public ministry. Until then, God bless you, and we hope to see you there. My name is Alex, by the way. This is Sanctuary Chapel. We'll catch you soon. Bye for now.